Rocker Pat here. All right, guys, it is the night before Thanksgiving here in US of A. If you're having turkey tomorrow, have a good turkey day. I have been rocking it down, getting them down and making them sound over here on Johnny Little Tick. And I've got quite a bit of mock-up done. So, are y'all ready? Y'all want to go take a look at this? Because what we're going to do is I'm going to do the proverbial peel the onion, and we're going to get all the way down to the AC compressor. So y'all just hang on there, and we're going to show how I fixed all the issues going on with putting Johnny together. Not done with everything, but I'm going to show you what I do have. Okay, so let's start up here. I've got the hood on because I have got the brackets on for the power steering pump and the alternator, and that alternator hangs way up there in the air. So it's kind of like, is it gonna fit? No, nothing's bolted down exactly where it needs to go, but I am on the snubbers up here, and it lines up where I need to be up there with the latch. So I think I'm about where I need to go. So let's stop prolonging and let's take a look and see how much clearance I got. And although it's not, I can put my finger sideways, you know, I can get my hand all the way through it. So I got what I think is going to be enough clearance on the hood. All right, so you also notice I got the radiator in there, and we're going to take a good look at that too, and see what I had to do to make that fit. This was supposed to be a V8 swap radiator off of eBay. No telling what brand or anything like that. Put the power steering pump on, got plenty of room around the power steering pump. The pulley for the power steering pump is going to line up with that silver groove right there. So I'm going to have plenty of room for the cooling fan for in front of the pump and all that. So I don't think there's going to be any issues there. Like I said, the alternator has clearance. It's not a lot, but it is there, so that's helpful. So let me put you on you're gonna get put on the stand over here for a second, and I'm gonna pop the hood off, and we're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna peel this proverbial onion here and show you what everything's done. So first thing I'm gonna do is pull that hood off. All right. All right, now that we've got one less hood on there, the next thing I'm going to do is show you that the radiator will come out of the truck with the engine in place. Now, what I've had to do is I had to clearance this thing. I cut this pocket in or out, however you want to call it. And the other thing I've had to do is I have had to sink this backwards to where the condenser would actually sit. All right, I had to cut a big piece out of up here. This was all the way across right here, and I needed to cut that out to get this to sink in there. Now, one of the reasons why I've got some stuff mocked up on the front of the core support is because of the fact that I had to sink that into the area exactly where the condenser would be. Now I got to find a place to put the condenser. So what's going to happen is I've got plenty of room up here. What I'll end up doing is I will cut this right along here. Okay. I am going to extend it out this way. Okay. And we're going to build a box for this to connect over here, strengthening all this. And then we'll probably come down and build another box coming around this way with some square stock or something like that. And then the condenser can sit outside, and whatever I have to do to get the grill to go, I will have to cut these off here and here, and we'll just move them where they're over here and then bolt into here, but they'll be behind this panel, spot welded in or whatever I got to do to make that bolt up over here so we get our stiffness back. And then also, like I said, if I build something below there, hey man, whatever we got to do to make it fit, but there will be air conditioning up in this thing. Okay. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pop that core support out so you can see what I've done Oh, sorry. So y'all can see what I've done to the AC issues. So, oh well. What I was going to do first, let me show you that I can pull this radiator out. I'm going to put you over here so you get a side view. That I can pull this radiator out while the engine's in place and all that kind of stuff. So let me pull the radiator out next. Which I was a little worried about. I don't want to have to move the core support to get the radiator in and out. Oh, my bolt is messing with me here. And I haven't made the brackets yet or anything like that. This is just stage one. Let's make sure it fits in the hole. So barely it comes out. It looks like it might be easier with the alternator out of the way. But I'm happy about that. And now I'm going to take the core support off so we can get down there to the air conditioning so y'all can see what I did there. Because I think there was a little bit of trepidation over that air conditioning bracket situation. But don't worry, I got it. Nothing but a chicken wing. Alrighty then. Alright, let's go take a look and see what I did with that AC bracket situation. All right, so we had talked about taking the idler arm and cutting it or bending it flat. But what I found was after I got that and I had just a little bit of tightness going on there, I said, okay, I'll put a 60-degree cut on this, flip this bar over so that now what was inside is outside, and I just was like a 3/4 of a drill over from the original hole. So by putting that little kick in it right there, it solved our problem on getting clearance for Clarence over here. And even with the fender well and everything in place, I can get my air ratchet in here and put it on the bolt. Which I plan on I'm actually going to do what I usually do in these cases, and that is weld those bolts in place. But yeah, that's what I did, and now we got plenty of room for the AC to slide in there and make us go chillin' room. And I think that's about it. Everything's fitting so far so good. Oh, and a little bit of good news. Holly's sending me 2 more hookers. All right, guys, we all keep rocking and rolling and rolling and rocking. Got a little bit more grinding it down to do, and then we get Johnny on the road. Johnny be good.